Is there a limit to up your game at flight simming? I don't blame them, quite frankly. The manner the sim has grown has welcomed changes beyond imagination. Flight simulation has been a serious business. Given every way, the teams have been innovative to create a comforting yet immersive experience. Another episode to bring you hardware to get yourself comfy and be a pilot on your own cockpit, so to speak, with the latest gear from Next Level Racing. We bring you the latest on what's hot at the sim, cover a range of things trying to help you experience simming or gaming to another level. So hit that subscribe button for future releases. Now trust me, this wasn't easy to handle. I'm talking about the package here. Almost 50 kilos or 110 pounds. The packaging safely reached me. If you plan on getting this upstairs, be sure to make it a two-man job. The team reached out to me and wanted me to give this a try and see if flight simming can make a difference. Let's look at my previous setup here. A normal office chair with two 32-inch monitors, TCA packs and a Cytec switch panel. I like to keep things simpler. Less of the hardware, less of the distraction, I see it. Not sure if you can call it a minimalistic approach, but I try. The gaming world has evolved tremendously. Let's take a fact check here. Can you believe the number of gamers that are worldwide? It's 3 billion. Yup, not half, but a major chunk of the world are into gaming, and we don't blame them. Developers today have spent more time researching and engaging their audiences. 1 billion users have risen just over the last 7 years. What does that say? Progress in technology and demand. So do teams working on hardwares and setups like Next Level Racing, trying to get us more engaged in gaming. Do we know Next Level Racing enough? They've been in the game since 2009 and have grown over time, getting to be one of the world's leading simulation brand, offering us a range of products. Now with Microsoft Flight Simulator getting more serious with a growing number of users, we have 5 million of them. The team did introduce a Flight Simulator Lite version of the chair that serves the purpose. It was a good start to test the waters on how serious flight simming can be. With the way things have grown and demand, the team have been spending time and effort on researching, trials and errors, and came out with something unique that could address the current market. A need for a cockpit. Flight simulation doesn't have to be just Microsoft Flight Simulator. There are other simulators as well, including DCS who focus on military ops and other platforms meeting those markets. We have 3 different variants on flight simming for this reason. The Flight Simulator version, the Boeing military version, and the Boeing commercial version that targets all different categories. Now customers, meaning us, people are unique. Some may like Boeing, some may prefer military. And by the way, all of them have been priced the same way, just different themes. What we're reviewing today would be the Boeing Commercial Edition. What's in the box? We still haven't unboxed yet. A heavy box, yes. Now the contents of the box has a list of things. I've spread them across the room to give you guys an idea on what all the components are needed for this setup. A number of things actually. It does look huge looking at the things spread out here, but you'll see once they're all in one piece. We have the frame, a dedicated Boeing-inspired flight seat, a 4-point Next Level Racing harness, a butt kicker adapter mount, seat sliders, custom keyboards and mouse pads, lumbar cushion, hardware of course for assembly with extra hardware for mounting peripherals, assembly instructions, a useful video on assembly is available as well on the website. Now you don't need to use all the nuts and bolts they've provided here. All depends on what you really prefer. The way I decided to have was 3 different stands. One on the left would be for my TCA joystick of course, a keyboard stand in between. On the right, I prefer to have a mouse pad plus the TCA throttle safely put. Now the setup took around 3 hours getting everything fixed. Now if you plan to get this setup done on a different room, make sure to get the last part done on the room you prefer to place it. It's not easy to move this thing. Plus, if you install the side stands, you don't want to unscrew them because it can't go through your door. Some things I noted while unpacking all of these. They've nicely been packed, each and every part. None of them had contact to save from scratches. It's a nice thing. It's a big box actually, especially with rigs staying for years. You better well have a good quality one. After all the setup, oh boy, quite honestly my room does look different. More leaning towards a serious way of flight simming, I would say. You definitely feel like sitting right there and hitting that fly button. I mean, look at my previous setup here. It was more of an office and a gaming setup. Well, with this chair installed, I sure feel like an officer. Look at the way how nicely the chair has been made here with all the things together. At the first look, it's a blue theme. I like it, even that shine adds something to it. What I like is the theme here, Boeing Commercial Edition, and this is designed specifically for flight simming. That's what the team wanted the users to feel. You want to feel like you're in a cockpit. Now the manner the setup has been made welcomes different configurations to be set up at ease. Now the gang have noticed this and offer the choice to go with any configuration possible. If you like to have a few stands on the side, go for it. You prefer to have a keyboard right next to your side stand? Yes, that's possible to mount it. You can tweak things the way you want it to be, and it's not a permanent fix. You can change them later as well, depending on what you like. We have different components, and you can see a wide range of yokes, rudders, throttles directly to the cockpit. Now if you plan on flying military like me, you sure can. The unique cutout design of the seat here welcomes a HOTA center stick directly to the middle plate. In my case, I'm happily using a TCA yoke. I don't need more hardwares anyway, as it serves the purpose of flying a jet. Plus, I prefer to be on the side as I fly commercial jets as well. For GAs, there are several adapter plates to ensure cross-compatibilities of electronics, what we have in the market that can be easily attached in the cockpit. If you like space games, this has been covered as well. The included keyboard and mouse tray makes it easy for the users to have them within reach to enjoy a responsive experience. There are multiple locations where the user can attach the keyboard, which makes it convenient. Now what do I like about the chair? Of course, there are a wide range of adjustments, making it seamless to install, suiting different users with their needs. Don't take it as a stubborn cockpit. Nope. The team have managed to think on what the user wants, and that's necessary. Different users have different types of configurations or setups. As you see it, my setup is different here. I have a TCA officer pack with a Haptic switch panel, trying to keep it minimal, yet get that experience. Some users may have a serious gig with a whole Boeing setup like a Thrustmaster TCA yoke Boeing pack. If you look at the screenshot here, you get the idea on what this chair can easily accommodate. The Boeing pack, rudders, Bravo throttle quadrant, the best of all worlds. I love the way the theme has been designed here for Boeing with that rich blue color. Let's take a look at the actual captain's chair. You see the similarities here. Even the size of the chair is quite similar. We don't see the blue seat belts, of course. It's an element that rather adds a character to it. Ergonomics, that's important. Now most of our flights are a minimum of an hour we spend sitting on a chair. Some prefer flying commercial, those could be long haulers. Whether it's a combat, on a DCS or a commercial jet, Vision jet or a GA aircraft, I tried all of them and felt comfortable on this. Now it's constructed with a high density foam that supports you, especially for long flights. That's what the team had in mind, and it surely helps us on the level of comfort. The feel and quality of the material felt great. It's a good combination of pleather and fox wool on the back and the base that doesn't make you feel hot when sitting long hours. It's breathable, and for long flights, that's needed. You don't feel hot. Now the seat is a double recliner that gives the added strength plus the option to fine-tune your angle of comfort here. Now on ergonomics, it's positioned higher to make it easier on the rudder pedals. I don't use them, but the use of the footrest is a good option in my case. There are a number of options they offer you to really see what best can suit your needs. Remember, this is a long-term decision on buying a cockpit, so you better well have the right setup to have satisfactory journeys. Now in addition to that, they offer plenty of options from a freestanding monitor stand, seat brackets, a freestanding keyboard and a mouse stand. I would probably get this, and this makes it a bit more freer. These are all add-ons if you plan to purchase on top of your cockpit. Now the wheel option is available as well in a case where you think you would move the unit frequently. What's my opinion on this? We saw the chair, we saw the team, let's talk about what I really felt about this. I spent a couple of weeks on this cockpit setup. There are a few things I'd like to add from my own viewpoint. Things that matter. Things that can even more improve my experience. What do I like? It's adjustable. As mentioned earlier, we saw numerous options you can have, plus additional items to really see if you can get the setup of your dream. In addition to this, you can easily have a racing setup if you'd like. The next point I'd like to mention is theme. I like it when products relate to your experience. Quite regularly I fly commercial, and having this setup surely relates well. Now it's not just commercial inclined, it even felt great on a glider or a jet, pretty much any aircraft. It can meet any of the hardware. The market grows with more options these days, be it a yoke, throttle, rudder. It can accommodate pretty much anything here and easily makes the hardware part of the cockpit. A good build. Quality matters, and I like the type of material used. Not just on the stands or supporting structures including frames, the seat was perfectly planned for long-lasting hours. That makes sense. A permanent decision of a seat like this better be worth it. A good build always lasts well. Haptic feedback. Now this is one thing I like as well. My previous chair, although it was capable of having a butt kicker option installed, there was almost every time I had to set things up, and there were times I kept the butt kicker aside. On the office chair, the wires would always hang out and it needed constant adjusting. With this setup, it made things rather seamless. I'm happy with the new setup. Wires are hidden below that goes all the way to the unit, plus the performance is even better. Right under the seat. That vibration when you touch the runway with those little bumps adds to the experience. The team knew about this and offered that option, which makes it ideal. Dislikes. What did I not like? You don't have to like everything here, isn't it? There were a few things I didn't like. First off, the cost. Yes, it's $800. $799 to be specific. That's expensive for a chair. But with what the team offered with that quality, support, I think the price could have been a little better. The option of a swivel. There's no way I can expect something like this on a chair like this. I mean, I do have to get out once in a while to keep myself active. Just a couple of things to dislike as I like this chair mostly. Now with the likes and dislikes, let's look at some suggestions here. Suggestions for you when you plan to get this. While gaming PCs are beautiful on the front, it's a fish market at the back with those wires hanging on all the time. It's annoying to keep looking at them. So cable management is key. Try to get something similar to this. Wear shoes or slippers, or at least try to wear them. It wasn't a good feeling to walk barefoot and get poked in one of these things at the bottom. Now another better option would be to get some screw head covers. You need them. Something like these, and I've ordered a few of them. Get USB extensions. Yup, you need that. Here's the thing, the chair is a good sized one and longer, and what happens sometimes, rather most of the times, is that your hardware can't easily reach your desktop. So make a quick list of how much hardware you have that needs USB extensions. You can get them at Amazon for a pack of 2 or 5, so keep that in mind. A timer. Yep, that sounds funny, but use your phone. It's a reminder to get up once a while and walk around. You need that. Proper planning. Now plan things accordingly when you set this up. Here is what happened. I set up the chair, all excited, brought it to the room, realized this was not good on my L-shaped table. It's not really L-shaped, but it's a corner table, and it's not easy to get in and get out with that setup. Here's the plan on my room. It's around 11 feet by 12 feet. My setup was this before. I had to change the whole setup of my room, switch to using my IKEA dinner table as my gaming table. The other table became my office setup. Remember, this is like a furniture, a spot where you need to set it for a long time. So set aside some space for a setup this kind. Just make a plan. You need a corner for this if you like. Now set the monitor distance as well so it's comfortable for your eyes. Now with Tobii, it got a little better on my side. I could lean a little forward to see the instruments. My monitors are 32 inches each, so make sure you set the distance right as well. In all, wire management, USB extensions, screw head covers are key, and of course planning. Conclusion. What can we conclude today? Well, it's a new setup for me, a new way to experience flight simming. What do I think overall? I really like this setup. My landings have improved in a way. Felt a bit more related to the view with the way the cockpit was set up. My office chair sure meets the purpose, but with this chair, things got a bit more exciting. It's comfortable. Now a plus is that I don't need to just use it for flight simming, other games as well, including racing. It has that option for you to get the setup the way you want it to be. A high quality cockpit from next level racing, ladies and gentlemen. If you ever plan on buying this, you can always use my affiliate link that's not going to cost you more. I hope this video deemed useful. Isn't it funny that mankind can't stop having a list of things to buy, 5 years from now, I can't imagine what more we can expect to up our game. But hey, it's getting more closer and immersive, leading to more fun. It's always been a true pleasure. Subscribe for more. Until next time, do take care.